June 9, 1912. A quiet night in the small town of Villisca, Iowa. But by sunrise, 8 people inside one home would be dead. And over a century later, the killer's identity remains a mystery. This is the story of the Villisca Axe Murders, one of the most chilling unsolved crimes in American history. It's a case filled with strange clues, disturbing details, and a haunting legacy that still draws people to the scene today. Josiah and Sarah Moore were well known in town. On the evening of June 9th, they attended a church event with their 4 children and 2 young guests, Ina May and Lena Stillinger. It was a wholesome night. Laughter, songs, and a walk back to their white 2-story farmhouse. But as they went to bed, someone else was already inside the house. 2 spent cigarette butts found in the attic suggest the killer had been hiding there, waiting. Sometime after midnight, the murderer struck. First, Josiah and Sarah were attacked in their bed. The killer used Josiah's own axe, swinging the blunt end into their skulls again and again. Then they moved to the children's room, killing all 4 as they slept. Finally, the killer went downstairs to the guest room, where Ina May and Lena Stillinger were sleeping. Ina May never woke up, but Lena fought back. She had defensive wounds and was found in a disturbing position, her undergarments removed. While there was no conclusive evidence of sexual assault, the implication was chilling. The crime scene defied explanation. Every mirror in the house was covered with clothing or blankets. A slab of bacon was taken from the icebox, wrapped in a towel, and placed next to the axe in a downstairs room. The killer even washed their hands in the kitchen sink, leaving uneaten food on the table. The next morning, neighbor Mary Peckham noticed the Moore family hadn't started their chores. She called Josiah's brother, who unlocked the door, and found the horror inside. Soon, over 100 curious townspeople flooded the house, contaminating the scene before the National Guard could take control. Dozens of suspects, endless theories, but no one was ever convicted. The murders shocked Iowa and forever changed how crimes were investigated in the state. The Moore home fell into disrepair until the 1990s, when it was restored to its 1912 state. Today, it's known as the Villisca Axe Murder House, a hotspot for ghost hunters and curious travelers, many claiming to feel an oppressive presence, hear whispers, or even see shadowy figures. Over 100 years later, one question still hangs in the air over that little white farmhouse in Villisca. Who could commit such a horrific act and simply vanish into the night?